Carl XVI Gustaf is the King of Sweden. He ascended the throne upon the death of his grandfather King Gustaf VI Adolf on the 15th of September 1973. He is the only son of Prince Gustaf Adolf, Duke of Västerbotten, and Princess Sibylla of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. The king's heir apparent, upon passage on the 1st of January 1980 of a new law establishing absolute primogeniture, is Crown Princess Victoria, the eldest child of the king and his wife, Queen Silvia. Early life. Carl Gustaf was born in Haga Palace in Solna, Stockholm County. He was christened at the Royal Chapel on the 7th of June 1946 by the Archbishop of Uppsala, Erling Idem. His godparents were the Crown Prince and Crown Princess of Denmark, the Crown Prince of Norway, Princess Juliana of the Netherlands, the King of Sweden, the hereditary Prince of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, the Crown Prince and Crown Princess of Sweden, and Count Folk and Countess Maria Bernadotte af Wisborg. Prince Carl Gustaf was also given the title of the Duke of Jämtland. His father, Prince Gustaf Adolf, Duke of Västerbotten, was killed in an airplane crash on the 26th of January 1947 at Copenhagen Airport. Youth and education. Prince Carl Gustaf was the youngest of 5 children and the only son of Sweden's Prince Gustaf Adolf and Princess Sibylla. His father's death had left the 9-month-old prince second in line for the throne, behind his grandfather, then Crown Prince Gustaf Adolf. When his great-grandfather Gustaf VI died in 1950, the 4-year-old prince became the heir apparent of Sweden. The young Crown Prince Carl Gustaf was 7 years old before he was told about his father's death, and he expressed his feelings about growing up without knowing his father in a speech in 2005. After graduating from high school, the Crown Prince completed 2.5 years of education in the Royal Swedish Army, the Royal Swedish Navy, and the Royal Swedish Air Force. He received his commission as an officer in all 3 services in 1968, and he eventually rose to the rank of captain and lieutenant before he ascended to the throne. He has also completed his academic studies in history, sociology, political science, tax law, and economics at Uppsala University and Stockholm University. To prepare for his role as the head of state, Crown Prince Carl Gustaf followed a broad program of studies on the court system, social organizations and institutions, trade unions, and employers' associations. In addition, he closely studied the affairs of the Riksdag government and Ministry for Foreign Affairs. The Crown Prince also spent time at the Swedish mission to the United Nations and the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, worked at a bank in London, at the Swedish Embassy in London, at the Swedish Chamber of Commerce in France, and at the Alfa Laval Company factory in France. Reign. On the 15th of September 1973, Carl Gustaf became King of Sweden upon the death of his grandfather King Gustaf VI Adolf. He was invested as king at the Hall of State of the Royal Palace of Stockholm on the 19th of September 1973. King Gustaf VI Adolf was the last who used the style "by the grace of God King of the Swedes, the Goths, Geats and the Wends." This traditional title had been in use since the establishment of the hereditary monarchy in 1544. Carl XVI Gustaf instead chose the plain and simple title King of Sweden, thereby ending a centuries-old tradition. Such innovations are reflected in his personal motto for Sweden, with the Times regnal name. In the 16th century, Johannes Magnus construed a mythical line of Swedish kings beginning with Magog, the son of Jaffa, in an attempt to substantiate the antiquity of the Swedish throne. Based on that list, King Charles IX adopted an ordinal not much supported by any accurate historical sources. Previous monarchs named Charles have traditionally been numbered by counting backwards from Charles IX, and subsequent monarchs by counting forward from him, though there were only 2 before him. Thus the current King of Sweden proclaimed himself Carl XVI Gustaf, even though he is only the 10th Swedish monarch by the first name. Official duties. The king's duties are, according to the 1974 Instrument of Government, only of a representative and ceremonial nature. The 1974 document stripped the king of most of his formal political powers while retaining him as head of state, thus codifying actual practices dating from the definitive establishment of parliamentary government in 1917. Previously, the king formally appointed the prime minister, though in practice he was almost always the leader of the majority party, a coalition in the Riksdag. Since the adoption of the current instrument, that prerogative is now exercised by the Speaker of the Riksdag on the behalf of the Riksdag. Additionally, bills passed by the Riksdag do not need his signature to become law. He pays state visits abroad and receives those to Sweden, opens the annual session of the Riksdag, chairs the special council held during a change of government, holds regular information councils with the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, chairs the meetings of the Foreign Affairs Council, and receives letters of credence of foreign ambassadors to Sweden and signs those of Sweden to foreign nations. As this type of figurehead, he also voluntarily abstains from voting in Swedish elections. King Carl Gustaf holds the highest ranks in the 3 branches of the Swedish armed forces. This is due to the fact that he was, as stipulated by the 1809 Instrument of Government in effect at the time of his accession to the throne in 1973, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Sweden, and therefore he was promoted ex officio from his earlier ranks of captain and lieutenant to general and admiral, under the provisions of the Instrument of Government of 1974, which became effective on the 1st of January 1975. King Carl Gustaf no longer holds this constitutionally mandated position of commander-in-chief, but he kept his ranks la suite since he no longer has any military command or authority except over his military staff at his court. Worldwide, Carl XVI Gustaf is probably best known as the presenter of the Nobel Prizes each year. He also hands over the Polar Music Prize. The king holds honorary doctoral degrees from the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences, the Royal Institute of Technology, the Stockholm School of Economics, and from the Abo Akademi University in Finland. Personal interests. The king is passionate about the environment, technology, agriculture, trade, and industry. Like many members of the Swedish royal family, the king has a keen interest in automobiles. He owns several Porsche 911s, a car model which is said to be a particular favorite of the king, as well as a vintage Volvo PV444, a Ferrari 456 MGT, an authentic Saxe-Coburg, and other cars. The first pictures taken of him and his future wife were of them sitting in his Porsche 911. In the summer of 2005 he was involved in a traffic accident in Norrköping. The accident was described as a fender bender, with no serious personal injuries claimed. Nevertheless, the incident caused national headlines. Scouting. The king is the honorary chairman of the World Scout Foundation, and often participates in scout activities both in Sweden and abroad. He regularly visits World Scout jamborees, for instance the 1979 Dalajam World Jamboree International Encampment hosted by Sweden, the 2002 World Jamboree held in Saxe-Coburg, Thailand, and the 100th anniversary of World Scouting 2007 World Jamboree held in Highlands Park, England. He also attended the 1981 National Scout Jamboree in Virginia, United States, and was awarded the Bronze Wolf, the only distinction of the World Organization of the Scout Movement, awarded by the World Scout Committee for exceptional services to World Scouting, in 1982. He also attended the 22nd World Scout Jamboree. He gave a speech on the 6th of August 2011 at the closing ceremony with more than 40,000 people watching. The band Europe also performed for him singing The Final Countdown. King Carl Gustaf made an appearance at the 2013 Boy Scouts of America National Jamboree in West Virginia. Together with King Abdullah of Saudi Arabia, King Carl Gustaf has supported the Messengers of Peace program. Marriage and family. The king married Silvia, whose father was German and whose mother was Brazilian, and who had grown up in both countries. They met at the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, where she was an interpreter and host. The wedding was held on the 19th of June 1976 at the Stockholm Cathedral, and the ceremony was performed by the Archbishop of Uppsala, Olof Sundby. The wedding was preceded, the evening before, by a royal variety performance, where the Swedish musical group ABBA performed Dancing Queen for the very first time, as a tribute to Sweden's future queen. The king and his family moved to Drottningholm Palace west of Stockholm in 1980. He and the Queen have maintained the business offices at the Royal Palace of Stockholm. King Carl Gustaf and Queen Silvia have 3 children and 5 her children. Crown Princess Victoria, Duchess of Västerbotten. On the 19th of June 2010, she married Daniel Westling, and they are informally styled as the Crown Princess couple. They have 2 children, Princess Estelle, Duchess of Västerbotten, Prince Oscar, Duke of Skåne, Prince Carl Philip, Duke of Värmland. On the 13th of June 2015, he married Sofia Hellqvist, and they are informally styled as the Prince couple. The couple has 1 child, Prince Alexander, Duke of Södermanland, Princess Madeleine, Duchesses of Hälsingland and Gästrikland. On the 8th of June 2013, she married Christopher O'Neill, and they are informally styled as the Princess couple. The couple has 2 children, Princess Leonor, Duchess of Gotland, Prince Nicholas, Duke of Angermanland. Prince Carl Philip was born the heir apparent. However, a constitutional reform, which was already underway at the time of his birth, made his elder sister, Victoria, the heir apparent and Crown Princess of Sweden on the 1st of January 1980, according to the principles of absolute primogeniture, which Sweden was the first recognized monarchy to adopt. King Carl Gustaf objected after the reform, not to the succession by females but to the fact that his son lost the position and title which he had had since birth. Titles, styles, honors and arms. Title and styles: the 30th of April 1946 to 7 June 1946, His Royal Highness Prince Carl Gustaf of Sweden. The 7th of June 1946 to 29 October 1950, His Royal Highness the Duke of Jämtland. The 29th of October 1950 to 15 September 1973, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince of Sweden, Duke of Jämtland. The 15th of September 1973 present, His Majesty the King of Sweden. Arms: on his creation as Duke of Jämtland, Carl XVI Gustaf was granted an achievement of arms which featured the arms of Jämtland in base. Since his accession to the throne, he has used the greater coat of arms of Sweden, although he is still associated with the ducal title of Jämtland. Honors: National Honors Sweden, Sovereign Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Royal Order of the Seraphim. Sweden, Sovereign Commander Grand Cross with Collar of the Royal Order of the Sword. Sweden, Sovereign Commander Grand Cross with Collar of the Royal Order of the Polar Star. Sweden, Sovereign Commander Grand Cross with Collar of the Royal Order of Vasa. Sweden, Sovereign Knight Grand Officer of the Royal Order of Charles XIII. Sweden. Grand Master Honorary Knight of the Order of St. John in Sweden. Sweden. Sovereign recipient of the 90th birthday medal of King Gustaf V. Sweden. Sovereign recipient of the 85th birthday badge medal of King Gustaf VI Adolf. Sweden. Sovereign recipient of the wedding medal of Crown Princess Victoria to Daniel Westling. Foreign Honours Austria. Grand Cross of the Decoration of Honour for Services to the Republic of Austria. Grand Star. Belgique. Knight Grand Cordon of the Order of Leopold. Brazil. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Southern Cross. Brunei. Knight Grand Cross of the Royal Family Order of the Crown of Brunei. Bulgaria. Grand Cross of the Order of Stara Planina. Chile. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Merit. Denmark. Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Elephant. Denmark. Knight Grand Commander of the Order of the Dannebrog. Denmark. Recipient of the Silver Anniversary Medal of Queen Margaret II and Prince Henrik. Denmark. Recipient of the 70th Birthday Medal of Queen Margaret II. Denmark. Recipient of the 75th Birthday Medal of Queen Margaret II. Egypt. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Nile. Estonia. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Cross of Terra Mariana Special Class. Estonia. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the White Star Special Class. Finland. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the White Rose. France. Grand Cross of the Order of the Legion of Honor. Germany. Grand Cross of the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany. Special Class Ducal Family of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Knight Grand Cross of the Saxe-Coburg and Gotha Saxe-Ernestine House Order. Greece. Grand Cross of the Order of the Redeemer. Holy See. Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Pope Pius IX. Hungary. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Merit of the Republic of Hungary. Iceland. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Falcon. Empire of Iran. Recipient of the Commemorative Medal of the 2500-year celebration of the Persian Empire. Italy. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Merit of the Italian Republic. Japan. Knight Grand Cordon with Collar of the Order of the Chrysanthemum. Jordan. Knight Grand Cordon with Collar of the Order of Al-Hussein bin Ali. Latvia. Grand Cross with Chain of the Order of 3 Stars. Lithuania. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Vytautas the Great Special Class. Luxembourg. Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Gold Line of the House of Nassau. Malaysia. Honorary recipient of the Order of the Crown of the Realm. Mexico. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Aztec Eagle. Netherlands. Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Netherlands Lion. Netherlands. Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the House of Orange. Netherlands. Knight Commander of the Order of the Golden Ark First Class. Norway. Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of St. Olav. Norway. Recipient of the King Olaf V Commemorative Medal. Norway. Recipient of the King Haakon VII Commemorative Medal. Norway. Recipient of the Silver Jubilee Medal of King Harold V. Poland. Grand Cross of the Order of the White Eagle. Portugal. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of St. James of the Sword. Portugal. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Prince Henry. Romania. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of the Star of Romania. Saudi Arabia. Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Abdulaziz Al Saud. Slovakia. Grand Cross of the Order of the White Double Cross. Slovenia. Member of the Decoration for Exceptional Merits. South Africa. Grand Cross of the Order of Good Hope. South Korea. Grand Cross with Collar of the Grand Order of Mugunghwa. Spain. 1183rd Knight with Collar of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Spain. Knight Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Charles III. Thailand. Knight Grand Cordon with Collar of the Order of the Rajamitra Horn. Thailand. Member of the Order of Ramkirati. Turkey. Member of the Order of the State of Republic of Turkey First Class. Tunisia. Grand Cross of the Order of the Republic. Ukraine, Member of the Order of Liberty, Ukraine, Grand Cross with Collar of the Order of Prince Yaroslav the Wise, Ukraine, Grand Officer of the Order of Merit, First Class, United Kingdom, Stranger Knight of the Order of the Garter, United Kingdom, Recipient of the Royal Victorian Chain, United Kingdom, Honorary Knighthood Cross of the Royal Victorian Order, Yugoslavia, Grand Cross of the Order of the Yugoslav Star, Great Star, Awards Foreign Philippines, Mount Makiling Award, World Organization of the Scout Movement, Bronze Wolf Award, Honorary Military Positions, Honorary Admiral, British Royal Navy, Patronages, Ancestry,